Have you started decorating your workplace for the holidays? Now is the perfect time, if you're doing that, to check the mandatory postings that you have in the various employee areas. I'm Nancy Schick of 30-Year Conflict Resolution. I'm an employment attorney and mediator based in New York City. I wanted to go through some of the mandatory policies that should be up in your workplace as of December 2024. We forget about these, I think, as employers. There are a lot of things that we just kind of take for granted. Maybe we assume that somehow those are magically going to post themselves. And it's a really good idea for you to, one, make sure they're there, but make sure you understand what those policies are and what they cover. We're talking about things like the Fair Labor Standards Act, which tells your employees about minimum wage. And that's at the federal level. I'll do a future video for you New York employers that lays out the mandatory postings that New York requires on top of the federal ones. But for now, we're just talking about FLSA with minimum wage. Then it's also the Family Medical Leave Act. Most of us know that that exists, that employees can take time off from work to care for their families, but maybe you don't know when it kicks in. The posting is required. I can tell you if your employees need it, they're going to go look and you better be versed in it. We're also looking at things that sound very outdated at this point, but you're still required to put up the Employee Polygraph Protection Act notice. That's where you say, we won't do a polygraph. We're not going to require you to do one in order to work here, etc. Then equal employment opportunity. I think we all know what that is, but it's the mandatory posting that says you will give opportunities to people regardless of race, gender identity. Then occupational safety and health. That's OSHA, and that's where we lay out for employees that you can file complaints if your workplace is not following safety guidelines. The Uniformed Services Employment and Reemployment Rights Act, we will not just fire someone for going on a deployment. They have a protected right to come back to their job. I'm going to put a post on my website. I'll put a link to that in the notes to the video. There's going to be a lot of hefty content like this coming at you, but I know you need it, which is why I'm going to continue to do these videos throughout the year and break it down for you. So make sure you hit that subscribe button because you're going to need this information. And in the meantime, keep listening with your third ear. For those hurts, you can heal.